Right, so I just stuck them down from upstairs. Just got to connect them up into there. I'm literally going to cut this out and go across to there. Got these in, got the waste in. So now what I'm going to do is just going to cut this out. I'm going to get rid of this ball of fixtures under the floor, get rid of these, get rid of this, get rid of that, and just come up with 2 new copper feeds, one leading to the toilet, and get that all capped off and get that out of the way. So from this, what have they done there? To that, much better, so much easier. So I'm up in the loft. I'm just going to move these feeds round onto my new shower. Here, just banging a little clip in. Look who's here!
Hello, mate.
Plumbers and electricians working together in harmony.
Who would have thought it?
Oh. So I had to just chucking the light feed down. Got a halt for that, and we're gonna, because we've exposed the other air vent, that's going to be over there, so it's going to be doing that. But customers kindly cleared all the insulation out of the way for us, but it's still a bit tight up here, isn't it, Ads?
It's lovely.
So that's it. Look at the size of this loft.
Beautiful loft.
And we're crammed in this little corner down here. Lovely stuff. Right, let's get this soldered up. So we've got the new isolators in for the fans. Got that round. Ignore my black clip. As some of you may know, Ford have given me a van for the next few months, and I've got some bits in one van and some bits in another, but I'm in the new van today and I've only got my black clips, and the other day I only had my white clips, so there's a bit of a mix match, but no one will see. I'm going to put insulation all over it, so I'm going to insulate all that, but that's done. I'm going to drop through onto there, so that's the hot onto the hot, cold onto the cold. See you in a bit. So, oh, water's all back on. Just got to remember to come up here and insulate all them. Don't forget my light. What a light it is. Metabo. Cracking light. Hello, so as you can see, I'm just putting some studs in to reboard this. What I'm doing here, I've just put one in the middle there just to re-strengthen that up, tied all the electrics up, no more tape. What I've done here is I've taken that measure now, which is 1110. That's going to be that existing stud that goes across there, and I'm going to put another one in. You can see that in the middle of that is about 900 roughly. So that bit of wood there is going to go from there to there. And why I'm doing that is because over there is a shower basket they want me to use. So that's where the fixings go. So I'm going to use that stud, put another one across there. Obviously this is going to be a solid wall, so I can just put a nice raw plug in there. But yeah, when I come to second fix this, that's going to be perfect. See it go across like so, like that, when I do it in a second. And then I know I've got a fix in there for my basket. So what I've done on first fix, I've just made a little video saying from the bottom of that cove in there down to the bottom fixing, and I've seen the measurements, so I know where to drill when it's all been tiled. Nice. I love this setup. This is why I like doing floor protection and covering up the beds and stuff like that, so you can just get your chop saw in here. But you get a little bit of dust. That's all the studs I've been cutting here, but you don't get that much. It's great. So turn it on. I've done the same for up here, so I just cut a bit of CLS down lengthways, and that is, you see the centre of the shower head's just there, so I know the bracket for up here it's like circular, and it means I won't be able to get a fixing in there because it'll just go through there. So I've put that on there, so if we was to do a circle like that, there's fixings all the way around. So got that done now, that's boarded. Just out of the way, ready for plastering. Now, I got these floorboards up, they're a bloody pain because of this, the old Detromat. Some of the screws were like buried in, so getting the boards up, getting the screws out was a bit tricky. But what I'm gonna do, drain down the heating system, and then I know that one pipe is gonna be back there for the tower and the other one's in the middle of that board. So what I'm gonna do is I've just isolated underneath the boiler the flow and return, and that means the hot water can still work whilst I drain down the heating system. So my customers, they still want to have a shower and stuff like that, so that keeps that working, which is great. But what I'm going to do is cut these two pipes here, get these out, so I'm just left with two there. And then I'm going to put all the boards back, I'm going to drill the holes, sort the notches out, and then bring the pipe around to suit and fill it all back up again. Let's go. So we've got the purging program going in on the Vaillant. I've just filled it all back up again. And this is why, whenever I do houses, right, some people are like, oh, we want to get our bathroom done, maybe do the boiler. I always say to them, let's get the boiler done first, right? Let's get it all pressurized, get all the system going, and then we can focus on your bathrooms, because things like this, where we're just draining heating systems down, quick bit of first fix and filling it back up again, when you've got like an open vented system like this system was, so like you get a nine, we get airlocks and all the rest of it, this just makes it so much easier. We've got all new isolators everywhere, turn the hot off, turn the cold off, turn it back on again. Same with the heating system. I've just drained the top floor, I'm fill it back up, and then quality boiler like Vaillant. Now I've just filled it up, it's going to do an automatic purging function, which normally lasts around 15 minutes, something like that. It just makes life so much easier. So I get it filled up, I get it purging, and then I go back in here. Oh, I have a good old tidy up whilst that's purging round. Now, obviously, I don't think we're in sort of middle of May now, so I don't think they're gonna have the heating on, but at least we know that if they do, if it gets a cold snap, once again, let's face it, we're in the UK, it could get cold again, couldn't it? So at least I know that they can have their heating back on if need be. So I get asked a lot on YouTube, so why do you do everything in copper? Why don't you use plastic and stuff like that? I primarily prefer copper. I find it easy to work with. I know some people are like, oh, that looks like bother, but for me, like, it's, you know, when you're bending bits and pieces like this in there, it just stays in there. It's nice and easy to work with. It's perfect. It's easy for me. Like, that's when I use it. But plastic has its use, and I do use it sometimes, as you can see. So in this, I wanted this off and on as quick as possible. You can see there was existing plastic in the floor anyway, so I was like, yep, let's just do it. Also, right, as you know, I'm gonna get this wall here bonded out and then plastered and then tiled. So what I did was I set my laser level up in line with this coving, almost like the front of the tiles, yeah, because that's what I want to match what was there before, right? And then they'll go straight onto the existing tray. So with that line shining across there, you can see that that is the line. That is where the tiles should finish. So I've done it there and there. Now, I found the tower that we wanted, and they were 450 plus 1.5 millimeter play, is what it said on the website. So this is when plastic is perfect, because obviously when this could come out a little bit more, a little bit less, I'm not sure. The depth from there to here was 91.5 millimeters, which is quite precise. So with plastic like this, obviously you can put your surrounds on it once it's done, but as you can see, I've got a nice bit of play there. So when I hang my towel out, I can put that in there, look, I can move it. Just that little bit of play, which just helps out, and it'll all look neat afterwards. But that's exactly when I like to use plastic. It's off, it's on, and I do it there. So there you go, guys. You finally see me use a bit of plastic. I'm sure I've done it in other series, but I always tend to get asked, why not using plastic? But there we go. So yeah, hope that helps.